rising American death toll in the war in Iran leads to threats to expand the fighting. It's time for Streamline, everything you need to know in 10 minutes or less. U.S. Central Command confirms at least 3 American troops were killed over the weekend and another is missing. The death toll is now at 17. The Department of War identified 2 soldiers killed when Iranian missiles hit a U.S. base in Jordan. 25-year-old First Lieutenant Tyler James Feehan of Iwa Beach, Hawaii, and 19-year-old Private Isabella Gonzalez of Carrollton, Texas. The 3rd death happened in northern Iraq. President Trump says the U.S. will continue its attacks to honor the fallen soldiers.
I feel very badly, but you know, those great people, those great patriots were out there fighting that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Overnight, the U.S. hit 9 cities to try and weaken Iran's control over the Strait of Hormuz. Iran launched more strikes at U.S. allies in the region. A U.S. official says more American warplanes are now headed to the Middle East. And gas prices are back over $4 a gallon this morning. In San Diego, gas went up again. It's now $5.57. That's up 13 cents from a week ago.
The New York Times reports the FBI will stop investigating shootings involving ICE agents. Instead, they will be investigated by Homeland Security. The Trump administration, FBI, and Homeland Security say that report is false. This comes after 2 deadly shootings by ICE officers in Texas and Maine. New video in the Houston case shows agents in unmarked cars did not appear to use emergency lights.
They didn't activate the lights. Again, I haven't seen that video. If they didn't activate the lights, then there's an issue there, right?
And Tom Homan added that Salgado would still be alive if he had complied with officers, but Salgado's family says he may have thought he was being robbed by the drivers of the unmarked cars. Neither agent in the 2 shootings wore a body camera. Homan says ICE is moving forward with plans to equip agents with them. Massive lettuce recall is still underway this morning despite a false positive test for a parasite. The FDA says a sample of Taylor Farms lettuce did not actually test positive for cyclospora. The company is still pulling dozens of products sold across 27 states. That includes bagged lettuce sold at Walmart. Health officials have linked more than 1,600 illnesses to shredded lettuce served at Taco Bell in 5 states. Doctors say they are seeing a huge spike in patients.
On average, Michigan sees maybe 40 cases over the course of a year. Now we've seen over 5,000 cases. We're seeing many more cases come across our ERs.
The parasite causes severe stomach illness, that explosive diarrhea that we've heard so much about. The illness can last 4 weeks if it's left untreated. Today, Larry Miliete will be back in court in Chula Vista for a gun charge. This comes after he was convicted of murdering his wife, Maya Miliete, earlier this month. She went missing more than 5 years ago. Her body has never been found. Court documents show investigators found a large cache of weapons during the search of his home back in 2021. He's now facing a charge for possession of an unregistered assault weapon. Miliete waived his right to a jury trial, so a judge is going to decide this case. After the case is settled, the court can then set a sentencing date for his murder conviction.
Vice President J.D. Vance and his wife, Usha, a San Diego native, have welcomed their 4th child. Vice President thanked the medical staff at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center and the White House Medical Unit after the birth. He said the second lady and the baby boy are happy and healthy. They named the boy Alec Neil Vance. He joins his siblings, Ewan, Vivek, and Mirabel. This is the first time a second lady has had a baby while in office since 1870. Kids in the South Bay go back to school this week. That means it's time for back to school shopping, but families have a lot more to buy these days than pencils and crayons and notebooks. That's why Scripps News Group consumer reporter John Matarese has some smart ways to save on back to school clothes and shoes.
Fresh sneakers, new t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Every parent knows that kids want to head back to school in the latest styles, but putting together that school wardrobe doesn't have to drain the wallet.
The back-to-school sales are on. We found mom of 2, Regina Taylor, stocking up at Walmart.
A couple of little outfits, cute little shoes.
Manager Jana Hill says a lot of prices match or even beat last year's deals.
$12 dresses, some sweatpants at $10.98.
Even gym shoes are under $25.
These are just a couple options of the shoes that we have Those are on sale $24.98.
At Kohl's, manager Cooper Osborne says parents will find major markdowns on teen clothing, from denim shorts for $14.99 to T-shirts priced at just $5.99.
It's just really incredible that you can get a shirt here for under $6.
The savings site Retail Me Not says 48% of back-to-school shoppers plan to buy clothing and shoes this year, more than school supplies, backpacks, or electronics.
So the teacher is giving you that supply list, but then nobody's giving you a clothing list, probably besides your teens.
Retail Me Not Stephanie Carl says focus on what kids need right now. A few outfits, everyday basics, and shoes that fit. Then hold off for end-of-season markdowns later.
You don't need to buy the entire school year in one trip.
Another savings route, buying secondhand from stores like Once Upon a Child. Shoes and name brands there can cost a fraction of the original price.
My kids grow so fast, so we're going through clothes like crazy.
But don't rule out back-to-school bargains from Dick's, The Children's Place, Target, and more.
Oh, you like those?
Stacey Abbott says she's happy to get a break on clothing prices this year.
Because inflation is so bad.
So you don't waste your money. John Mattery, Scripps News Group.
Oh, what a game. And just like that, nearly 6 weeks and 104 matches of the World Cup came and went. I'm going to miss it. Fans all across the county and the globe tuned into the World Cup final, where Spain defeated Argentina 1-0. Argentina dropped to 10 players late in the second half after a red card. It was a scoreless match at the end of regulation until Ferran Torres scored the winning goal for Spain in the 106th minute. Argentina missed late chances to tie the game, lost out on back-to-back titles. This is Spain's second World Cup title, and it really was such a thrilling match. Now, if you want to continue riding the soccer wave, both of our home teams, the Wave and SDFC, are in action this weekend at Snapdragon, so you can go ahead and catch that. And that's your ABC 10 News Streamline, everything you need to know today in under 10 minutes.